Blessed love family, do give thanks to the life giver and the keeper of life, Emperor Haile Selassie I. I welcome you to a special moment of the Tiger's Nest, the Honorable Priest Isaac here with you, and I hope all is well. Actually, this was an unplanned program as such, but I'm sure some of you would have heard of the incidents that have been taking place at least around Bobo Shanti headquarters in Jamaica, St. Andrew, 10 miles as it relates to criminals and the police officers. In fact, in general, what is going down in Jamaica with all the killings and the drive-by, and it really came very close to the headquarters there in Bull Bay, Jamaica. And of course, on the news, it speaks about the police going up there and inquiring, and things are quite heated, you know. So definitely ones have been reaching out to I, and I said I had to answer that call as it relates to at least even on the level of public announcement, letting you know exactly what is taking place. I just got to remind you once again, make sure you put forward your hand and get a copy of the timely book by the Honorable Priest Douglas Smith, and of course Jabulani Tafari, Rastafari in the 21st century, what life has taught I, and I definitely had a good discussion with the Honorable Priest Dougie a few evenings ago. And if you did not see that, just visit our YouTube channel, Priest Isaac. You know, just visit the YouTube channel. That's the name of the channel, Priest Isaac. And definitely you would see the interview with the Honorable Priest Dougie. And while you're here, of course, you know you got to subscribe. And if you're a subscriber, as I'm telling you, I tell you all the time, just make sure you put on that notification button. So when we come, even sometimes we come live, you know that we are here. And at the same time, you could pick up any one of our ebooks, definitely on Amazon for sure. Priest Isaac on Amazon, you definitely can just check it out, or you could get them directly from us. Oh, let me say, Priest Dougie's book, you can definitely contact him via the email. That's Roots Foundation, Roots with a Z, not an S, Roots Foundation at gmail.com. All right, let me go. Let's share something here with you. This is from CVM News, and this is specifically speaking of the incident, or I guess the series of incidents that has been happening in Jamaica.
Residents of Bull Bay have seen an increase in police presence in the past week, after a drive-by claimed the lives of two within a community, affecting both old and young alike. The most recent shootings occurred on Dirt Road, Bull Bay, where a drive-by resulted in 4 being shot, leaving 1 dead, and shortly after, assailants went to Tawna Hill, killing a 30-year-old man, leaving the community tense and quizzical as to the motive of these killings. The recent spate of violence has caused many residents to flee their homes. There have been 9 incidents of shootings within the Bull Bay area. Residents on Dirt Road in Wees Road, Bull Bay, allege that criminals are using the Bobo Hill as a means to get away. However, police on Friday are touring the area to get a bit more information. However, members of the Rastafarian Congress says criminality is not condoned within their group, as it is abominable. Additionally, they shun light on their system that outlays their accountability with who enters and leaves their holy ground. What is the Congress treatment towards criminals? If you find out that someone is a criminal, what do you guys do?
They'd have to leave.
The guard have the authority to search everyone back and declare what you come in, and even me were living on the foundation.
Superintendent Tommy Lee Chambers, in charge of the Kingston Eastern Division, says the increase of the Special Ops team within the space, as well as increasing community interventions, has helped to curb the flare-ups.
Based on our intelligence, right, there has been a split in the Bobo Hill gang. And when you have a split in a gang, those persons who operate in the space know the space even more than anybody else. So they know exactly where to operate, where to walk, where to go and take out who they want to take out. So we are here today, try to speak with the residents to get further understanding of what is happening in the space.
Paige Dixon, CVM Live. Residents of Bull Bay have seen an
CVM Live, all right, you get that. All right. So what the lady police said there a moment ago about there has been a split in the Bobo Hill gang. Now listen, I'm not there. I'm not on the scene. I'm not in the country, as such. Um, I may have an idea of what's going on because of obvious correspondence, but I'm not there. But I think I could say with all surety that her outlook on it, if that is her assessment that there's a split in the Bobo Hill gang, that's how she referred to it as the Bobo Hill gang. And because of this split, I guess one faction of this split now is somehow encouraging or accommodating these killers, or maybe even be them. I don't know exactly what she's really trying to bring out with that one there. And it's obvious that for sure, one would know that Bobo Shanti Hill is a place of peace. Now, of course, things do happen. In fact, I'm going to run an interview here, not an interview really, a little conversation with the police officers and some of the brethren at the camp, and you'll hear the concerns that the police are put into them and the answers that are given to them by the priests. But I mean, Jamaica is a mystic little place for real, eh? And Bobo Shanti Hill is not a place where gunmen haven't passed through, even in the time of King Emmanuel, but it's still a different thing. And things do go down, but it's just the powers of the Most High that protect and keep man all the time. And I'm just saying that for the reality of it. But from my understanding, there is no sort of, collaboration there with Bobo Shanti and any sort of killers and gunmen that come to kill and all of these different things. Now, I'm just speaking from my knowledge, at least what these police officers are, at least what she is assessing from this situation. I think her assessment is a little off there, really. But anyway, let me visit the second part of this before we seal that up. This is just really a public announcement now. This one is coming from, let me give props to the Youngest TV. All right, well, the Youngest TV, you got some good information here, and I'm going to use a bit of it. Let's follow this.
We're finding that criminal gang are using this hillside as a vantage point. I'm not necessarily saying they are using your domain as explained here, but there are other places around it that we have chased men and they go up into the hills behind your part around here. So I am getting the impression that you don't necessarily have control of what is happening up here, but just within your space. That's how you go?
So you go.
Yes, we control the Congress. Is a big Congress and it's a church, right?
Yeah.
So the church govern what's going on with the affair of the church and what's going on with black people. That is our purpose, you understand? Teach the youth them to put down the gun, teach the youth them to love them one another.
Yeah, but that is general. Get what I'm saying to you now. I hear the general argument.
I hear what you're saying,
you're
but
spreading,
that's our main purpose.
No, hear me out. Sure. This location, as it is defined, and make it even worse, it uses the name that you have. Because when they say Bobo Hill, people link it to your existence. So even if the people who are commit the act are not from Bobo Hill, are up here so they run come.
Not up here is Bobo Hill, you know. Them call the wall down there. When you come up to the school there, the right down there, so them say Bobo Hill. So we as the Bobo live up on the hill. That is why the reason name Bobo.
That's the point I'm making.
And so when people here say, things happen on Bobo Hill, them I wonder, but when them come up here now and them see the reality of the Bobo Shanti, and she say, is that him?
So the people who live down there, so the one them will go up, you have control over them, you call them in, and pray for them to go the right way and all of that?
We show them just like how we spread the message universally, we spread it universally.
How you do that? You call them into your domain here and have meetings and so on?
No, a celebration, all are welcome.
That is the reason why Miss Chambers is now asking you.
And service, when Sabbath service, all are welcome, from the police
that
to the soldier, everyone are welcome.
The police
from the
who runs the place is
the,
asking you what is happening in the space.
What is happening?
Because they are casting aspersion that men from up this side do shooting down there, and I suppose if we engage some of the people who live around the area, they might also say people from elsewhere come across. So I want to know if you have any concern about that immediate situation will impact your space.
Yeah, we have concern about that.
Pardon me, dear priest. Well, the other news report, the CVM news report, clearly said that villagers are saying that the gunmen them are taking a refuge in Bobo Hill. That's what the other news says. And this policeman actually saying the same thing. And the priest is explaining to him, well, when man said Bobo Hill, you know, necessarily mean behind them fences here. You just mean, because if you don't know, Bobo Hill is like, there's hills going up in the back and enough bush and enough things there. So that's just the reality of the groundwork, if you may not be there.
The concern that we have is for the government to teach the youth them about them roots and about Africa, because if you don't know about your roots and praising Jesus, the crime rate is gonna never stop. So the concern that we have is for the youth them to get back to them roots. The government have many crime plans, but they never come to Rastafari and sit down when
what is your crime plan? What is your suggestion?
Our crime plan is to teach the youth them about them roots. The more you know about your history, you have more respect for yourself. Many of the youth living in Jamaica don't know nothing about them roots, so them don't have no respect for themselves.
So do you feel that some of these thugs are giving the Bobos a really bad name?
Them cannot give us a bad name, because the people, like when you come now, you come and see the real thing. So when you hear, just like how yes, they cannot go up court, when you come and see for yourself, you know that them cannot give Bobo Shanti a bad name, because Bobo Shanti stands for equal rights and justice, peace and love. My Lord.
When a person youth from the community decided they want to come and put on a turban and a bobo, what you used to prevent a criminal who wants a space to hide out from being a part of your group?
First check them if them have any criminal record, have anything with the law. If you have anything with the law, you have to go and clear up that.
Isn't it a lengthy process? How you go through that? Give you an idea.
Well, when you come up here, we ask you where you come from. You give us an idea where you come from. We ask you about your parents, your people them. We get some number, call and verify these things. And you understand? So if you say you want to abide and learn by the principle, you're there here and you go to the Psalms reader, which is now going on. And then you go to the Sabbath service. Then 3 or 6 months, or sometimes some brethren even wait all a year before them even put on the turban, because they have to write a declaration. Seven points in the declaration what you have to write and then sign. You understand?
Would you say that the violence is impacting the Bobos? And how much?
Yes, we will say it impact. For look, you know, Bobo Shanti don't mean we alone, you know. We Bobo Shanti mean the world of black people.
Yeah.
So from the violence that affect any black people in Jamaica, it affect us. And personally, it affecting us.
Okay.
You understand? Because we don't like to hear our brother get shot, our brother them shotting themselves. We don't like to hear these things. You understand?
Anyone from your camp has been directly impacted? Anybody got shot? Anybody got injured recently, or even over the past year or two since the ongoing crime and violence?
Yes. We're not here to lie to the media or lie to the world. People come here and get robbed, and people get shot also. You understand? That's why we say it affecting us personally, and it affecting us once it affects every black man in Jamaica and the world.
Listen, we'll give thanks also again for the youngest TV. Give thanks for such up-to-date information there. Yeah, man, give thanks to the honorable priest that handles such a word sound, the honorable priest Shipman and all those present there give thanks to the Honorable Priest Joshua Sedgwick. Even in such time, as I said, my family, this is more like even a public announcement, just giving the loved ones and the family internationally who may not have an idea of what's taking place. Because remember, it's all one goody week. And, even prayers and supplications do count, not unless you think it's just for fun, you know what I mean? Not unless you're blazing the pipe just for a joke, prayers and supplications do count. And outside of that, physical action do count, Give thanks to the headquarters, as the man was saying there, Psalms reading was even going on at the moment while all of this happening. The daily praises that go up, the daily Psalms that go up as such. And in reality, as the order is Four Winds Universal, this is an order that really demand, ones and ones to gather even around the headquarters and as a strength. It shouldn't be an individual just choice and a man. This is a government. This is things that should be delegated, and man know that, hey, I spending 3 months on the camp, not just by chance and just appear, but man know, 50 man strong coming, 20 man delegation coming, and it's thousands of us all over the place. Yeah, if we really, believe in our what we talk and headquarters and them different things. But give thanks for those that hold fast and stand up for niggas even at this hour and this time. It's not really a jokey thing, running around and killing people and in the middle of a pure wild west zone is not the easiest thing. It's not something that it's good to look and sit and watch it. This is why sometimes you hear me jump on the astrologer business and say new moon in this and full moon in this and full moon in Gemini when the full moon really in Taurus. I ain't no astrologer. I'm not no stargazer. You understand? This ain't no gazing business. This is the heavens declare the glory. And if you put the moon in the wrong constellation, you're going to read the wrong thing. You check it. Them last couple strands or weeks is pure killing. Not just in Jamaica. You see how they lick out the man in Haiti? It's pure killing right here in Antigua. Just yesterday, they spread on a man. And this man is the cousin of a man that they spread out exactly a year before. Your boy didn't know what's going on here. You know what I mean? Enough killing. Who gonna get chopped up and dead? A man just chop up a woman the other day. Tiff dead. That's just last week. That's how we speak around here. Tiff dead. And some kind of killing. And just today, kidnap a man and how much gunfight. This little island here. This is about the size of one of them parish in Jamaica. Maybe a little bigger, but you don't know what I'm saying here. So and it's dread. Just them last couple weeks alone, I could see it like an energy. So you have to check where Mars is. And check. I just listen enough of them ones that talk about Saturn and Venus and so on, and I come to realize none of them people, they really know what they're saying, I'm not afraid to say it, man. I gotta tell you all, enough of you that into the astrology thing, you're caught up in a lot of fairy tales. Them is just people just talking things off their head and reading some old time card. I agree. The planets have a vibes. I agree. The constellations that they are in have an energy. But number one, they're reading it wrong. And they can't tell you the source, some of them where they get that from. It's just a lot of spooky vibes, straight up. So when you're telling you about moon in Gemini, it's a time for brotherly love and take it easy with the LGBT, because Gemini is 2 men. That's why you hear some of them chatting. I say, hear that. When the moon was in Taurus, putting down real charging business with Mars, God of War. Yeah, man. But anyway, this wasn't all about that. This was just a public announcement. So give thanks again for the brothers and sisters. And we just pray Rastafari be with all of I and I in all our going out and coming in. Holy Emmanuel I, Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari. Blessed love. Give thanks.